Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Chuck Doug. Happy Friday. Hope you all are well. Hope you had a good and productive week, or at least entertained yourselves enough to, make it a worthwhile effort. Today, I am assembling this Turbo 400 for a local racer. He's had this reed case on the shelf for a while, but his car really hasn't needed to go that fast. He's been using an iron valve body setup and running in the nines. But he wants to do some different stuff. There's a backside no prep series kind of starting up. People are getting more and more interested in that out here. So he wanted to do a second gear leave capable unit with 210 140 gear set, and that is the Chinese gears that I did a video on earlier. This car will probably be in the 1200-ish horsepower range, so this transmission is really overkill for what he's doing. But if you can afford the safety equipment of a reed case, you're never going to have to worry about a direct drum exploding or anything like that. It's a really nice way to go, and you won't have to use a blanket, which is, kind of keeps heat in the transmission, and they're kind of messy. They absorb oil, a lot of little niggling things, but they're not kill shots. But it's just nice to have, and I begrudge nobody spending their money how they please. When a customer says, hey, I want this, that's what you do. You don't have to be like, well, at your power level, you only need this. I see a lot of builders do that. Like, they know better than what their customer wants. And that's, if that's how you want to run your business, fine. But I don't think it's fair to tell people how to spend their money. If they want all made in the USA shit, when some cheap stuff will get, Chinese stuff will work for them, that's up to them. You know what I mean? Like, that's the freedom that you are afforded when you go out and put in the effort and have a bunch of extra currency. But I wanted to make a little note on assembling transmissions. I was running into a thing where I would, I have a ton of spares on the shelf and cores and parts. And so you're assembling from different stuff, mixing different year 4L80s and stuff like that. And you may run into situations where you got a different thickness piston, or perhaps you have a different thickness intermediate pressure plate, stuff like that. More than once, I've torn down cores where the pressure plate was running into the back of the direct drum. So what I do now, and this has been going on the last couple years, what I do now is I just assemble them on the bench like this first. So I can just, check that everything slides together. I can check that, your main shaft splines will drop onto your forward hub and stuff like that. And that way I'm not trying to fight it while I'm assembling it. I can just take this stuff, drop it straight in, check my end play, and put the pump in, and I'll be good. And I recommend that if you aren't building this way, give it a try. It may not be for you, it may not be what you want, but for me, it's been kind of eye-opening. I've caught a bunch of potential errors this way, and I think it's the way to go. So hope you guys are doing good, and we'll talk at you later. Bye.